Summer is coming and the Acadian Festival is back. The Cyr family is celebrating their Acadian background for the second time since 1981, where the Cyr family celebrated the first Acadian Festival. I sat down with Mr. Norman Cyr to answer a few questions about the upcoming exciting event. Hey, Mr. Cyr, since the Cyr family has already had a family reunion, do you think the second reunion this year will have a better turnout opposed to 30 years ago?
I would say by the response we've had so far, I think it will be, but it's still too early to tell. Just for an example, in April, we had over 400 people already registered for the banquet. The other reunions I've worked on, in April, you had a hard time to get 95 people. So I think the response has been tremendous, and we've sent out 13,000 invitations through the United States and Canada.
Wow. Is it hard to find all the funds to put on the week-long festival?
In the beginning it is, but we were lucky that, the Historical Society is the one that sponsors us. So they gave us they loaned us $1,000 to get started. Also the family from the Gagnons last year donated $1,000 for our outfits. So we started out with $2,000. Then once we got going, we had a raffle going for a four-wheeler, and we had heating oil, and we had a gift certificate, and we had a person that donated $200 to give out raffle tickets. And what really worked well was we had put 2 tickets in every invitation, and the majority of our tickets were sold that way. People responded and sent back money, send the money back, and of course their tickets to get a chance in the lottery. So that kind of financially helped us out quite a bit. Also, we've received, as of last month, we've got well over $1,500 that people have sent out as donations, clean-out donations. So.
Why was the family reunion pushed back to another date?
Okay, the family reunion was pushed back to another year. You're going to see this now for until 2014, because 2014, the Maine Heritage Council and a group of people that started to get this organization done, to get the celebration of the CMA, which is a Congrès Mondial Acadien 2014. They have a celebration every 5 years, and it was last year. The last time it was held was in 2009 in Caraquet, and we bid on it. This area with the province in New Brunswick, the Madawaska County and the Kedgewick County, and also in Quebec. So it's it's 3 provinces, or 2 provinces and a state effort. It's an international joint effort, okay? And that celebration gets done on the 15th of August. So to try to get people accustomed to having the celebrations in August, okay? This is why that the Historical Society with the Acadian Festival felt that this year we should start to have their celebrations in August, so people get in tuned and get used to the celebration in August.
After 2014?
After 2014, I can't say what's going to happen. It might stay, it might not stay. The original reason that it was in the end of June is the reason that from our heritage and our history, it is shown that the Acadians here came to the valley, to Saint David and Saint Basile. It was at Saint David and Saint Basile. It was said that they came in the late June. So that was the reason back 35 years ago now, when they started celebrating the Acadian Festival, that the Acadian Festival was during that time period, because this was the time that they were told, that history says that the Acadians came here. So, but really the Acadian holiday is really August 15th, which is a Catholic holiday also, but that's the nationwide or national recognition of Acadians is on August 15th, not on the 28th of June. The 28th of June only reflects the Acadians in this area.
Okay. Since you already have a tree planted by the river in St. David, is there any plans to
yes, the committee decided last 2 meetings ago through Father Jacques Lapointe for he wanted a flagpole set for an Acadian flag in front of the St. David Church, and his goal is to make the St. David Church, which is in the National Register right now, of historical significance, but he wants to register it as a dedicated or dedicated to an Acadian shrine to for the Acadian people. And this would be a first here in the United States. There are some in Canada, but I don't believe there's any in the United States. So we undertook the project of placing a flagpole, and on the base of the flagpole, we're going to put down a little marker that states that this flagpole was donated by the Cyr Family Reunion of 2011. The monument we have at the base of the tree that we have that was planted in 1981. Under 1981, we're going to have inscribed 2011. That's the only thing we're doing there.
Do you think other families will follow?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody has shown an interest. Right. This is an interest to do it 30 years after started. Well, I'm the one that started it, thinking about it, because I felt it would be nice after 30 years to do it over again, right. Because a whole new generation of people have come along. Yeah. Okay, and you know, today genealogy is a lot more into especially with computers and everything else, is a lot more in the view of people. Right. It was back in 1981. 1981, there was some genealogy done. There was genealogy done, but I don't think it was as advanced as it is today with all the computers we have. Yeah. So I think a lot of people are really interested in the genealogy part of it, which is the culture of the Acadians. So.
Is there a Cyr family book that has been published?
There is being published. Okay. It looks that way. It looks right now that it is going to be 3 volumes, and 3 volumes. I shouldn't say a volume because they're going to be a continuation. Okay, it's not going to be, because if you go back to the Cyr family that came here in around 16. Well, not here, but in Nova Scotia. In Port Royal, Nova Scotia. The first Cyr was Pierre Cyr, and he spelled it S-I-R-E. Okay, that was the spelling of Cyr back then. And he came here, he was supposedly an arms dealer, which they don't know if it was a dealer or he was in the military as somebody that had guns or, you know, was affiliated with arms. And he met a girl, and her father was a sergeant in the French Marines, and he had settled in Port Royal, but then they moved to Beaubassin, which is next to, well, that would be next to Amherst, Nova Scotia, right on the border to New Brunswick, near Moncton and that area. Okay, and that's where he settled. He had 3 sons. He had Pierre, Jean-Baptiste, and Guillaume, okay? And he died, from what I can see in the records, he must have been around 28, 29 years of age when he died. Doing the legacy of the 3 Cyrs, okay? Right. The original ones, not only Jean-Baptiste. The family of Jean-Baptiste is the one that came here. Okay. When they say Jean-Baptiste Ducroc was the reason that Jean-Baptiste moved to Croc, which is near Fredericton, during the time of the deportation, but from what I can gather, he wasn't pushed to go there. He went there with his family because he knew that the deportation was coming along, and he settled that area. Then after the deportation, the English came back and they wanted their land around Fredericton, and that's when he had been in this area before, because from history it shows that as a young man he had followed Boisabert, which is a military person that had fought in the Plaine de Braham in Quebec City. And from what we gather, he had gone to get quite a few Acadians and American natives, okay, to fight the English in and so they had used the river as a means of transportation. Okay, they go up the Madawaska River, and he knew this land was here, and he knew it was above the falls of Grand Falls, and they wanted to get away. They felt that going above Grand Falls, that the English people would not come above it because their boats, they couldn't bring their big boats further up that river, though. Okay, and that's basically why he settled here. But we're doing the families of all 3 of them. Just a little bit of history that I remember. I know that Guillaume, his family supposedly was in Grand Pré when they were deported. They were put on boats. His family was put on boats, and they were brought down to Virginia, which was a colony back then, and the colony there didn't allow them to get off the boat, so they were brought back to France. And from what I gathered, they were in France for 8, 9, 10 years, and then they came back to Gaspé, because there is Cyrs in the Gaspé, which are not related to Jean-Baptiste. They go to Lyon. Okay, and then the Pierre's relatives, or the family that was there, from what we gather, went down to Haiti. But they didn't stay in Haiti. They came back up into Louisiana, because the people that came into Louisiana, apparently, they had all gone to Haiti, but it was too warm in Haiti for them to survive, being of the coming from up north here. So that's when they went to New Orleans.
Do you have any registrants from New Orleans?
Yes, we have. We do have a few that have registered from Louisiana, not exactly New Orleans, but in Louisiana.
Could you tell everybody where you can purchase
these purchases will be on sale. Anybody that wants some right now can contact Bert Cyr, Bert in Arena Cyr, who lives on 25th Avenue. He's the chairman of the for the souvenirs. Okay, we have coffee cups. We have bells for the Tantamar. Okay, which we have little bells that they use. Then we have, this is a vest. We have jackets. We have two types of bags. This is one of them. And then this is the other type of bags. We have hats, and there are some other stuff we have shirts, sweatshirts, t-shirts, and the regular stuff. But the thing that we have new this year that nobody else had is the bells, and that's for the Tantamar.
All right, the celebration.
The celebration of Tantamar, yeah.
Okay. All right, is there anything that you want covered?
No, except that if people in the area here or anywhere, I suggest if you intend to come to the banquet, I'd appreciate if you'd register fairly early, because I think the way it looks now, it's going to be a big banquet.
Where can you register? Where can you
They register online. Just go on our web page, which is Cyr and CyrRootsReunion.com, and all the information is there. And there's a guest book which you can sign and put your comments about if you like it or you don't like it, or what you'd like to see. One of the things that one person emailed me back, and he wanted to, and this is something that, people have different ideas. He wanted us to, at the banquet, have a little contest of how many, like for an example, how many Norman Cyrs are in the place, or how many Joseph Cyrs are in the place, or how many Ben Cyrs. What's the most popular name? Okay, and I think it's a nice little gesture, though. Yeah. So we might do a little some type of little contest with that. Yeah. That's something that was sent to me from Cyr. I believe he was from Rhode Island. I'm not 100% sure. I believe he was from Rhode Island, but because his name was Norman also. Okay, and I was Norman, and I know just in Madawaska, Friendville, there is still there's still 4 Norman Cyrs. Yeah. Okay.
Norman Cyr and the Cyr family hope to see you all at the Acadian Festival held in Madawaska, Maine.